Hello and welcome to What's Next Weekly, Premier NX's weekly podcast for forward-thinking leaders who aren't just keeping up with change, they're defining what comes next.
I'm Sophia Grant.
I'm Alex Reed. Each week, we break down the biggest challenges and opportunities in business growth, digital transformation, and AI, giving you the insights you need to lead with confidence.
In today's episode, we're tackling how back-office efficiency comes from improving the systems behind your business, not simply reducing costs. We'll explore how strengthening core functions like finance, data management, procurement, automation, IT support, and order operations forms the foundation of scalable growth. We'll also discuss how strategic outsourcing can help you expand capacity and modernize operations without increasing overhead at the same pace.
Let's get started.
What if the secret to surviving a massive growth phase isn't some flashy new product, but actually your boring, completely ignored back office?
Right, it's the ultimate business paradox. You finally hit that exponential growth, transaction volumes just explode, and instead of popping champagne, your operations just snap.
Because, the instinct for most businesses is usually just to, slash administrative costs.
Oh, 100%. You try to find the absolute cheapest way to do a single task. But looking at our deep dive sources today, that kind of isolated cost cutting is actually a massive trap.
It really is. It creates all these hidden bottlenecks. Think of a business like a high-end restaurant. You can hire a Michelin star chef to drive sales, right?
Right, sure.
But if the busboys aren't clearing tables or the prep cooks are mislabeling ingredients, the whole dining room just grinds to a halt.
It backs everything up.
Exactly. True efficiency is really about how those connected processes communicate.
That makes a lot of sense. You can't just fix one station. You have to tune the entire kitchen.
Yeah.
And zooming in on the data, that system basically runs on two main ingredients, money and data.
Yeah, let's look at how those flow, specifically through finance operations and data management. We're talking about standardizing things like invoicing and reconciliations.
Yeah.
The goal isn't just balancing the books anymore. It's really about stopping cost leakage before it even happens by building what the industry calls a trusted operational data layer.
But wait, if my team has to spend all day scrubbing data and standardizing every document just to make this layer perfect, are we going to miss our delivery targets?
That is a completely valid concern, but the goal isn't perfect data. It's about standardizing the flow to eliminate exceptions.
Okay, so how does that look in practice?
Well, take AI document processing. Instead of a human manually typing in unstructured invoice data, risking typos.
Right, because humans make mistakes.
Exactly. The AI just extracts and structures it instantly. Streamlining the flow up front means you spend less time hunting down errors and a lot more time actually executing.
Got it. So you remove the friction before the gears even start turning.
Precisely.
And obviously, none of this matters if the system crashes, which is why IT support has to be there to secure that critical data flow.
Right. IT acts as the security system for the whole kitchen. But once your internal flow of money and data is solid, you still have to execute externally.
Without letting all that administrative complexity drag you down, right?
Yes. And that means locking down procurement, vendor management, and order processing.
Which actually brings up a fascinating point from the PwC 2025 Global Business Services study we have in our SAC today. It suggests back offices are completely evolving into value-generating engines that drive agility.
Exactly. Because when you apply automation to those execution workflows, you eliminate manual waste at scale. The real challenge, though, is expanding that capability without just piling on massive fixed overhead.
And I guess that's where strategic outsourcing seems to fit in.
It does.
But, not in that traditional farm it out to the cheapest bidder kind of way. Connecting it back to our metaphor, it's more like plugging into a parallel kitchen that already has specialized equipment ready to go.
That is the vital shift, absolutely. A strategic outsourcing partner acts as an operational extension. You gain immediate access to their accelerated automation and specialized expertise.
That's a huge advantage.
It is. You expand your capacity to handle growth, but you keep your internal headcount and overhead totally manageable.
So you're basically building a foundation that actually gets stronger rather than breaking as you add weight to it.
That is quite literally the only way to scale without the massive growing pains.
Which leaves you, the listener, with a really interesting question to chew on. If AI and strategic outsourcing turn the back office from just a cost center into a primary driver of agility, how long until companies with the best administrative workflows actually start out innovating the ones with the best products?
Something to think about next time you're tempted to ignore the boring stuff.
And that brings us to the end of our discussion on improving back-office efficiency and reducing operational costs. We hope this gives you a clearer path to creating the operational foundation needed to grow without increasing overhead at the same pace.
Absolutely. If today's episode resonated with you, please subscribe to What's Next Weekly on YouTube so you never miss a conversation. Leaving a like or comment helps us connect with more leaders like you.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your biggest takeaway from today? Are you experiencing hidden operational bottlenecks as you grow? Share with us on LinkedIn by tagging Premier NX and using the hashtag What's Next Weekly.
For more insights and to catch up on past episodes, head over to our YouTube channel.
A quick note, this podcast episode is based on articles and industry insights and was produced with the support of Google AI services.
Join us next week on What's Next Weekly, Premier NX's weekly podcast, where we'll continue exploring how to turn today's operational challenges into tomorrow's growth opportunities.
Until then, keep building what's next.